to a live watercolor tutorial. Today we will be painting magnolia flowers together. If you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat box. Let us know where you're watching from and if you're going to be painting these flowers with us today. I'm really excited for this tutorial. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. So before we get started, you can find my outline here in the description of this video. So this is what it looks like, and you can print it out and transfer it onto your watercolor paper. And I also have a reference photo for you linked in the description below that you can paint from. And I'm going to quickly go over the supplies I'm using. So this here is my Etcher sketchbook. And it's a size 5 by 7 inches. And the paints that I plan on using are my Essence pan set paints here. So this is from Art Philosophy. And I also plan on using Quinacridone Magenta. And this is from Holbein. The brushes I plan on using are my silver black velvet brushes here. So I have a size 2, 4, and 8, all round brushes. And then I might use the size 1 script brush. And when I transferred my outline onto my watercolor paper, I used a light pad and these watercolor pencils. If you don't have watercolor pencils, of course you can just use like regular pencils. These are from Faber-Castell. So all of the supplies that I just mentioned are linked below in the description of this video for you. It looks like we have Sarah is here, and Patty and Cassie, good morning. Hannah, good morning. VG says, can we paint it red? Yes, you can paint your flowers whatever color you want. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my drink here and we'll get started. Okay, so for my painting, I was thinking it'd be really pretty to have like a light blue soft background behind my magnolia flowers. So let's go ahead and do that first, and then we will start on the flowers. So I'm actually going to be using a brush I did not mention at the start of this tutorial. I think I'm going to use the size 12 Princeton Neptune round brush for the background because it's one of my larger watercolor brushes. So I will be using this one. And then the blue that I want to use for the background is like this light blue here. So if you're just joining, I am using the Essence pan set here from Art Philosophy. So yeah, I think I'm going to use this light blue for the background. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add water to this pan here to get it kind of activated, and then I'll just go ahead and add it over here where I already have this blue, and I want a lot of water. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then I'm wetting my brush in my water jar, cleaning it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm loading my brush with water, and I'm going to add water all around my magnolia flowers here. And it's a good idea to tape down your paper if you're using the wet and wet method, which I probably should do. I only have like one little piece of tape, but it's okay. I just want to get started painting here. Okay. So yeah, let me know where you guys are from. Are you are you guys just here watching and hanging out, or are you going to be painting these flowers with me? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this blue and just drop it in. Very lightly. I just want my background to be simple. Okay. And you don't have to have a background if you don't want to. I feel like I want to paint it in first before I paint my flowers. I feel like that would be easier. I'm loading my brush with more water. I'm not going to the very edge of my paper. I'm just kind of painting loosely with water around my flowers. I'm gonna grab some more blue, drop that in. I'll probably just do one layer for the background because for the sake of time. But if I was really wanting to spend more time on this painting, I would probably do 2 layers. I'm trying to hurry because I don't want my water to dry before I'm done adding the blue. So I'm really trying to hurry here. And then I will read your guys' comments in the live chat. Okay. So yeah, I'm just loosely adding water around the branch and flowers, dropping in some light blue. Gonna need some more of this. Okay. Have you guys ever painted magnolia flowers before? Oops. I have with oil paints and with gouache. I don't think I have with watercolor. I've always wanted to with watercolor. And I thought it was about time. Especially, I mean, I guess we still have a little while until spring, at least here in northern Indiana. But with spring on the way, I figured it's about time. I have a really pretty magnolia bush in the front of my yard that blooms every spring. Do you guys have any magnolia flowers in your yard? Okay, I'm getting there. Need more of this blue. Drop that in. If you want to give your background a little bit more interest, you could add different hues of blue. Okay, I am going to wet this area. All right, and then while a lot of my paper is still wet, I'm going to go back in and add this blue in areas where I feel like I could have some more blue. Kind of painting around the edge more, refining areas. Okay. All right. So that looks pretty good. I like that. I like that light blue. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. All right. So before we get started on the flowers, our background should be basically dry. To help your background dry quicker, we can use like a hair dryer. I should have grabbed mine. So I'm going to quickly go grab my hair dryer. Okay, guys, I will be right back. So don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back, guys. Oh, I had to run to my bathroom and grab my hair dryer. I'm out of breath. Okay, I'm going to plug it in, and then I'll probably put myself on mute so that you guys aren't like hearing my hair dryer. Okay. Thank you for your patience. All right, I'm going to mute myself. Okay, so I just used a hair dryer. This area is still a little wet, but it's okay. All right, let's get started on the actual flowers. So I think we'll first paint in the flowers, at least the first layer, and then we will work on the leaves and branches. Whew, I'm still out of breath from running around. Okay. Laura, hi Kizzy and Jenny. Cassie says, just watching today, working. Hannah says, I'm in upstate New York on the Vermont border. And she says, I'm sketching this out right now. All right, so I am going to use my quinacridone magenta here. This one is from Holbein, but you can find this color basically with any kind of brand. So I need to find an area on my palette. I think this area should be fine. Okay, I think I'm going to use my size 4 round brush. So I'm taking this brush, dipping it in my water jar, and I'm going to take some of this here, add it to this area. And it's very, very saturated, as you can see. So we want to tone this down a little bit, at least I do. So to do that, we should mix its opposite into it to kind of help desaturate it. So the opposite of quinacridone magenta is like green. So I'm going to take, let's see, this green here, just a little bit, and mix that in. And then I'm going to add some more water because we want a lot of water. This is the first layer. We'll probably do 2, maybe 3 layers on these flowers. So this first layer, we want a lot of water. So I'm like adding a lot of water to this. Okay. And to be honest, I kind of feel like this color is a little too purple. I don't know. I think I might grab another pink that I have. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I kind of want mine to be a little bit more pink. So I'm gonna go find a pink real quick. Okay, I'm back. I just grabbed my Pastel Dreams pan set here. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab this one. Okay, just take some of this pink. All right. Yeah, I like this a lot better. Okay, and then yeah, we want a lot of water. All right, and then I'm going to have a brush that just has clean water in it to kind of help me blend my paint as I paint, because this is just like a technique that I like to do. And then I'm going to move my camera a little closer for you guys so you can see better. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna start with this top one and work my way like this way. All right, Bailey, hi Bailey. You say, hello, new member here. I found you while recovering from open heart surgery. My doctors and health specialists said I should find something relaxing to do, so I picked up watercolor. That's amazing, Bailey. Go you. I hope you've been enjoying watercolor. Yeah, I find watercolor so relaxing and therapeutic. Okay, so yeah, I'm just taking my pink here, basically painting the outer edge. All right, and then I'm gonna switch to my brush that just has water in it. It doesn't have too much. We don't want too much water. And I'm gonna kind of blend it towards the other side, like so. And I want this other side to be very light, all right? And then I'm gonna grab some more of this pink and I'm gonna paint it on this side. Now be careful. You might wanna wait like a few seconds for this to dry right here before we paint right here, because you don't want all of these colors to just blend together. Hopefully they won't do that for me. I'm taking a risk right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I'm switching to my brush that just has water in it, blending this way. Okay. And there's like this little opening here that will be pretty dark, so we'll just wait for all of this area to dry before we paint in this spot. Oh yay, I'm so glad you're enjoying nature with watercolor, Bailey. That makes me so happy. Yeah, I put a lot of work in that membership. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Okay, and then for this top petal, just again, be careful. Make sure that your petals here are dry. I think mine are. Okay, and then I'm just gonna paint down here. Oops, mine was not dry. It's all right. And then switching to my brush that just has water, blending this upwards. Okay. All right, so see how this is starting to blend in this petal? I just messed up. So just learn from my mistakes and try to be patient. Make sure that parts of your painting are dry before you add more paint. I'm gonna kind of wipe some of this away. All right. Let's see. Janardhan says, time please. In India, it's 8:30. Here it is, what time is it? Like 10:20. No name and me says, hello from Germany. Hi. All right. I took more of that pink. Now I'm going to paint in here. Like so. All right, and now we'll move on to this flower next. So we're basically going to do the same thing for all of these petals. And it's good to think, okay, what petals, like what sides of each petal will be dark and light? Because we don't want two adjacent petals to be dark on the same side. Okay, so for instance, this petal here, like right here is light. This one is dark right here. So we need to think about that. So that they stand out more and it just increases the contrast of our painting. So I'm gonna start with this one here, okay? Or this one right here, because I know that this will probably be dark right here because it's behind all those other petals. And yeah, there is a reference photo that you guys can use. I'm to be honest, I'm not really using it. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. But yeah, I'm kind of blending this up with my blending brush, my brush that just has water in it. All right, and I'm gonna drop in a little bit more down here. Hannah says, oh, to Bailey. Aw, Hannah, you're so sweet. Hi, MJ. So nice to see you. She says, I'm going to try and catch up. I love magnolias. Planted a tree in my backyard about 2 years ago. And since then, it's been giving me beautiful blooms. They are beautiful, aren't they? They're one of my favorite flowers. Okay, yeah, so this petal, I'm painting it dark down here. Okay, switching to my blending brush, blending up. And I'm gonna try my best to have it be very light up here. There we go. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one because I want these to dry first. I don't want any more mistakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint in this one here, I think. Okay. And then again, I'm switching to my blending brush. Really trying to have this petal up here be very light. I need to add a little bit more water to this brush. Okay, and I'm going to drop in some more. Sarah says, I'm from the UK. I'm watching today. Hi, Sarah. It's nice to see you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some pink down here to this petal. Now, because on both sides it's dark for these petals, I'm just going to have it be dark right here in the middle of that petal, okay? And go in with my blending brush and blend the pink this way and blend it this way, trying to have the middle be the darkest. Jennifer, hi. She says, hello, I'm watching from Phoenix, Arizona, and then I'll try painting this weekend. Luann says, hello from Louisville, Kentucky. I was gonna say Indiana. Hey guys. All right, now this petal here is dark, so I think I'm gonna make this one dark on this side. Okay, and then switch to my blending brush. All right, so there's that one. And now we'll move on to this one up here. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Cindy Rogers says, from Macon, Georgia, first live tutorial, grew up with a magnolia tree and have several in my yard now. What colors are your guys' magnolias that you grow, or even that you're painting right now? we can answer both questions. So the ones in my yard are actually this color, maybe a little bit more purple. And then yeah, of course I'm painting mine pink, as you can see. Okay, and then yeah, I'm blending this up. Hi Liz, it's good to see you. Liz says, I'm in Arizona, it's 8:20 a.m. Okay, and then I'm going to paint this one up here. Switching to my blending brush. And then I'm going to skip to this one on the outer edge, just because I want these petals to dry before I paint these ones. And I'm going to have it be dark down here and on this side. Switching to my blending brush. Hi Michelle. Michelle says, hi Allison and everyone. I'm just walking home from work. Okay, I'm going to need, I think, more of this pink. So if you're just joining, I'm using Quinacridone Magenta. And then I felt like it was a little too purpley for me, so I also mixed some of this pink. This is Crimson from Pastel James Pan Set. And then it was a little too saturated for me, for my liking, so I did add a touch of green to help make it a little desaturated, not so intense. And then yeah, we do want quite a bit of water. I think I need some more pink. Liz says, I just got through feeding and watering my animals. 10 a.m. EST is hard for me because I'm going to work at 9 a.m. Mountain, I think that's Mountain Standard Time. And she says, I'm working on a big project. I miss Allison's tutorials. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gone live. I'm glad to do a live stream. Well, I do plan on going live now once a month, simply because I have some changes going on in my personal life. Maybe you know, but I'm currently pregnant and I'm gonna have a baby soon, so I have a lot to do. So we're only doing one live stream now a month. Okay, I'm gonna drop in some more pink down here. Let that blend. Okay. I'm gonna wait to paint this petal until this one is dry. So let's just go ahead and move on to this one down here, and then we'll move back to this petal. Rachel says, late again, super busy time at work. I should know better than to have any plans for the next quarter of the year. All previous years' reports are due Q1. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. Yeah, that sounds stressful. All right. Blending up. Liz says the weather is foggy and frosty in northern Arizona right now. Here in northern Indiana, it's cloudy and cold. Okay, I'm gonna move back to this petal. I think these are dry. Yeah. And I'll have it be dark down here and maybe on this side. And then switch to my blending brush. Okay. I'm gonna drop in some more of that pink. Annette is here. Hi, Annette. It's okay you're late. No problem. I'm gonna paint in this little tiny petal at the top. last petal for the first layer. I'm gonna have it be dark down here around this leaf. Maybe a little bit on the side. And then blend. Okay. I'm gonna drop in some more pink. All right. I'm cleaning my brushes. And it says ours are yellow to green. Ooh, yellow magnolias. That sounds pretty. All right, so the next step to do we want to do the branches next or the leaves? What do we want to do? I think we'll go ahead and do the branch first. So for my branches, I will be using maybe this Chant here from the Essence Pan Set. It's kind of like a light brown color. But yeah, of course you can use whatever brown or whatever color you want. So I'm going to take my size 4 round brush, and it's right here, I think. Yeah. I'm just going to add it here on my palette. I know I have a few other colors right here, but it's fine. And then yeah, we do want it to be light, so I will probably add 2 layers on the branch. This first layer light, and then the next layer I'll add some shadow with a darker brown. Okay, and I'll start at the top here. I'll just kind of fill this in. To make your branch look realistic, don't have it be super straight lines. I have some jagginess to my branch. That just helps it look more realistic. And then I'm going to take my blending brush, my brush that just has water. I'm going to kind of wipe some of this away. Okay, just be mindful of trying to not start your first layer too dark. Okay, and then I'm going to continue on down here around these leaves. Okay. And then again, I'm going to take this brush that just has water, a little bit of water, and wipe some away here. Roger says, mine are big and white with a yellow center. I think where I am, this is called a tulip tree. That sounds beautiful. White ones with a yellow center. All right. I really like this brown color, actually. I feel like it goes well with the blue background. Okay, and then I'm gonna wipe some of this away like a highlight. All right, and then there's the first layer for the branch. We'll paint in the second layer later on. I'm cleaning my brushes, and then we will paint in the leaves. Yeah, I wonder if tulip trees are actually magnolias. Huh. Okay, so for the green, for the leaves, I plan on using the Serenity from the Essence pan set. And maybe I'll add in a touch of this yellow to some parts of the leaves, because if you look at the reference photo, some of the leaves have a little bit of yellow in them, and that will just kind of help make our leaves look more realistic if we have a little bit of yellow in them, and not just have them be green. So I'm still using my size 4 round brush, which is basically my go-to brush for this painting, I guess. And I'm grabbing some of that green. I think I will just add it over here in this well. Yeah. Okay, and then I do want to add some water to this. I plan on painting 2 layers for the leaves. So this first layer will be the light layer, then the second layer will add shadow to the leaves. And then I'm gonna clean that brush actually, and then grab some of that yellow and just put it over here. And maybe mix a little bit of this green into it. Okay, now I'm going to take that green and start with these leaves here. Rachel says, I had plans for painting every day this month, and I maybe made a week, trying to extend myself some grace. Yeah, Rachel, you're doing the best you can. It's okay. Yeah, you just have to be patient with yourself, do your best. And if you don't paint a day or 2 or a week, that's okay. Okay, this is my size 2 brush. It's clean. It just had like a tiny bit of water in it. I'm gonna wipe some of this away here. I don't want it to be too dark for the first layer. I'm gonna drop in a little bit more green right there. And then I will take some of this yellow with my size 2 brush, this yellow green, and I'll drop in a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna paint in this leaf here. And there's a lot of water and paint in this brush, so I'm gonna grab another brush, a third brush here. It's clean, it's just a little wet. Kind of helps soak this up a little bit and blend it. And then I'm grabbing some of that yellow with my size 2 brush that I dedicated to be for yellow, and painting in more of this leaf. Okay. And moving on to this one here. Now this one, like, it has a flap, so underneath the flap will be darker. I'm gonna go ahead and paint in with this green underneath the flap. Move to my brush, my blending brush that just has water in it. Kind of blend this down, make a gradient. Drop in a little bit more green. I'm gonna wait to paint the top until that's dry. So I'll move on to this one here. Green, blend, a little bit of yellow, green. Blend. This is starting to dry a little weird. Okay, I'm reading some of your comments. Sarah says, here in the UK it's sunny and cold. Bailey says, hi the Grandy, hi. And then Bailey says, are we catching up on all your studio vlogs going back to 2019? They are so relaxing, both music and content. Oh, thanks, Bailey. Yeah, but like, I go way back with my vlogs, don't I? Yeah, I'm glad you like them. I can't believe I have like 92 vlogs. It's like, man, I vlogged a lot. I'm looking forward to vlogging a little bit more. This one's a little weird. I think I'm just going to extend it here. Okay, blend out this paint. All right, this leaf is a little wonky, but I think once I add the second layer, it'll look better. I'm gonna add a little bit of this yellow green. Okay, and then I'm gonna move back to this one here, adding green right in this area. Move to my blending brush and blend this way to make a gradient so that the tip over here is lighter. Drop in a little bit more green at the top. And some yellowy green. Okay, move on to this leaf here. Blend. Drop in some more green. add a little bit of this yellow green. So it's like kind of the same thing for every leaf. Okay. Liz says, usually sunny and cold in Arizona and foggy and frosty in the UK. Shannon says, hey Allison, I just started watercolor recently and discovered it on your channel. The flowers are beautiful and I will have to try them later. Your tutorials have been so helpful to me. Oh, yay, Shannon. I'm so happy you like my tutorials. It means a lot. All right. Switching to my blending brush. I'm going to need more of that yellowy green color. I'm going to grab some of that yellow and then green. When you add more than one tone of a color to something, it really just brings it, like gives it more life, and it gives it more interest. So it's good to do that. Then we have like a leaf down here. Grab some yellow green. Blend. I feel like as far as flowers go, magnolias are one of the easiest ones to paint because there aren't so many petals. And they're also like so beautiful. Blend. Add some yellow green. All right, we officially have the first layer of this painting all filled in. And now we just have to paint in the second layer and it will really just all come together. I'm really excited. Okay, so I'm cleaning my brushes. Michelle says, there are magnolia trees growing in people's gardens where I live. They are beautiful, but I get reminded when my hay fever starts that they are around to blossom. Oh no. Hi Beth. Beth says, pretty magnolias, nice for spring painting. That's what I was thinking. And then Joyce is here. Hi Joyce, good morning. So nice to see you. Okay, so for these live streams, I like to spotlight one of you guys. All right, so we're going to do an artist spotlight and it could be one of you guys. So let me bring up the artist, her Instagram, so I can show you guys who I'm spotlighting. So that's what I'm doing. So we'll take like a minute break and spotlight one of you guys. All right, so let me set up my camera. All right, here we go. Bringing up her Instagram. And we are featuring MJ. MJ, I think she's here live, maybe. I linked her Instagram in the description of this video. MJ. And she did my jellyfish tutorial. This is inside my Nature with Watercolor membership. So isn't that beautiful? So, so beautiful. And then she did this peacock butterfly also inside my Nature with Watercolor membership and my watercolor butterflies class. So beautiful, MJ. Yay. Yeah, she does beautiful artwork. Just lovely. So if you want to support her on Instagram, it's linked below in the description of this video for you guys. So yeah. Yay. Okay, now let's get back to painting. Back to painting these magnolias. Yeah, her art is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, here we go. Taking a sip of my drink. Oh, she is here. Yay. She says, this really made my day. Aw, yay. Okay, guys, it's time for the second layer. So we will first, if you do want to do a second layer for your background, this could be a good time to do that. I personally will not be doing a second layer for mine. So I'm going to move on to my petals, my flowers. So for the second layer, we want to mix a darker version of this color and paint with less water. So I need to get my size 4 round brush, get it handy here. Oh, you guys are so sweet, so supportive. Oh, hey Jen, it's nice to see you during this live stream. Okay, so I'm going to take Quinacridone Magenta, add it over here, and then again, it is very saturated, like very, very saturated, so we want to tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to mix a little bit of green into it. Okay, so it's not so saturated. And then I will mix a little bit of this pink. This is Crimson from the Pastel Dreams pan set. Which I will link this Pastel Dreams pan set in the description of this video for you too. And then a little bit of water, just enough to like make this easy to paint with. But not too much. We do want it to be darker than the first layer. MJ says, thank you. I wish we were all neighbors and we can all have freshly baked muffins and coffee. Oh, that sounds amazing. That would be so fun. Okay, so we'll start with this top one here. I am looking at the reference photo, just trying to see how I should go about the second layer. So we don't want to paint over where the petals are the lightest, okay? Because we want to keep that very light. We want to keep that light value. So instead, we're going to deepen or darken the dark areas. So I'm going to add some of that dark pink to the shadows here and blend. Okay. And I'm also looking at my reference, trying to see the texture in the petals. It looks like there could be some lines. So I'm going to paint in like a line. This is my blending brush. I'm just kind of dragging up some of this color to paint lines. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more of that pink. Drag it up with my blending brush, making sure I'm following the contour of the petal. I'm going to add some dark pink over here. Blend a little bit more. All right. And then I will go ahead and paint in this one on this side. So notice how I have my lightest value right here, and then I'm gonna have a really dark value next to the lightest value. That will really help make my petals pop. We're thinking about contrast here. I'm gonna add some more pink. Try and blend up some lines again. Okay. And then I'm going to paint in this top one. Make sure these petals are dry right here, okay? Before you do this. Switching to my blending brush, blending up. And then I just wiped out my paper towel, cleaned it a little bit. And then I'm gonna kind of make some lines upwards, like so. And I feel like this side could, I don't know, could use a little bit more work, I think. I'm gonna kind of add some dark pink right there. Blend. Here, okay, that looks good. Oh wait, we do wanna paint in this inner part right here, okay? So I'm just gonna paint this in and not blend or anything. So see the difference between, oops, what a second layer can do? That's why it's really important to always paint more than one layer with your watercolor paintings. Okay, I'm going to work on this one now, and we'll do the same thing. Cindy says, I have to go on a work conference call. Thank you so much. I'll finish this later. You are wonderful, and I'm so grateful for your help. I'm new to painting, but I am in love with watercolors. Yay! You're welcome, Cindy. Have a nice day. Okay, I'm going to paint in this one here first. Switch to my blending brush. Blend upwards on the outside a little bit. And then kind of make some lines as I blend up some petal texture. Okay, and I didn't really add much over here where it's very light, so I will go ahead and paint in right here next to that petal because my colors should not bleed together, if that makes sense. blending, cleaning my blending brush, and then I'm blending more. Really trying to not paint over this very light pink here. You want to keep that. All right. How are you guys doing? How's your flowers coming along? Okay, I'm going to paint in the middle of this petal like we did for the first layer. All right, like that, and then switch to my blending brush. Blend this way towards the outer edge, making some petal texture, petal lines. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. Blend. And then I will add some pink here. This area will be fairly dark because these two petals are in front of this one down here. Blend. I can still kind of see my watercolor pencil line. It's all right. Trying to activate it and blend it into my pink. I should have used more of like a pink pencil, but it's fine. I'm going to add more dark pink here on this petal. There. All right. We're getting there. Are you guys enjoying this tutorial? I probably should have done this one before that one because I'm right-handed. So I need to be careful not to put my hand on this wet flower. Blend. Try not to blend too smoothly. I'm trying to have some petal texture. Trying to at least. Okay. really trying to not paint over a lot of this really light pink. We want to keep that. But I'm trying to paint in some petal lines. So do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Jimmy and I, we plan on staying at a nearby cabin. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. There. Now onto this last flower. I'll paint in this little petal at the top. Okay. All right, there we go. There's the second layer for the flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna clean my brushes and then we will move on to the leaves. We'll do the leaves next, the second layer. Hannah says, I'll probably be visiting my grandchildren. My grandson is 2.5 and my granddaughter is 7 days old. Oh wow, that's exciting, Hannah. Sounds like a nice weekend. All right, guys, so for my green, again, I plan on using Serenity, but I do want to mix a darker green for the shadows. So we need to, like this green is a light green. So to make it darker, I think I might mix some of this Nirvana in it here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna take this green, add it over here. And then I'm gonna take that Nirvana green color, mix that in. Okay, it could be a little darker, but we'll just see what this looks like. So I'm gonna add it where the leaves are right next to the petals, and then blend, and try not to paint over it like the whole entire leaf. We want some of that leaf to still be that light green. Oh, okay. At first I thought you guys couldn't see what I was painting. Okay. And then I'll actually move on to this one here. Michelle says, I will be hoping to start the Lynx tutorial. Looking forward to painting him or her. Yeah, that one, you're going to love that one, Michelle. I love that painting. I loved how it turned out. I do want to add some yellow to these leaves, so I'll probably add a little bit of yellow once I add this dark green. Okay, so this leaf has a flap. I'm going to paint under the flap first. And then right here, blend. So that on this side, the leaf is light in this side, and it's darker in the middle, and then underneath is dark. Beth says, I'm painting the starling, if time permits, either the daffodil or this magnolia for my mother-in-law. She's cooped up in her retirement home because of COVID, so that will be a welcome sign of spring. Oh, that's really nice of you, Beth. I feel like, yeah, I'm sure she would love that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this one first. And then for this petal, I'm gonna have it be dark down here, maybe like in the middle. And then later along the edges. I'm gonna drop in a little bit more green. And paint in this one. All right, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to the leaves. So I'm cleaning my brush. Watercolors with Mary says, hi Allison, I'm late for this live, but just wanted to say hi. Hi. Hi Mary. And then she says, magnolias. Wow, I can't talk. Magnolias look gorgeous. Thank you. All right, so I'm taking some of this yellow from this Essence pan set, adding it over here, letting this green kind of mix into it a little bit. And then I'm going to add it in some areas of these leaves. Blend. Blend. All right. There we go. Now we'll paint in the second layer on the branch. Liz says, wow, Hannah, a new grandbaby. Yeah, that's exciting. Watercolors with Mary says, I will watch it from the archive. Enjoy the rest. Sure will. Okay. So for the second layer on the branches, we want to mix a dark brown. All right. So for that, I think I'm gonna mix these two together. This is from the Essence pan set. I could just get like burnt umber, but I kind of want to challenge myself and stick to this pan set as best as I can. So I think I'm gonna mix Unite and some Awake together. All right, this is my size 4 round brush that I've been using a lot. Is this the right color? I think this is a different color. Okay, I don't want that one. Sometimes it's hard to like know what color is what. Okay, we want this one. I'm gonna mix it over here with some water. And then some of this other brown. And we want to mix enough water in this to make it easy to paint with. Okay. And then of course I'm gonna have a blending brush ready to go. It's just a clean brush with some water. And we'll start up here at the top and we'll paint in the areas where the flowers are next to the branch and the leaves, and then blend. It's good when you're painting branches to not blend too smoothly, all right? Because we want some woody texture, so I'm just kind of dabbing my brush as I blend. And we can also add dark brown, like on the bottom edge here. Just kind of dabbing my brush. like so. Okay. And then yeah, we still want that light brown to show. We don't want to paint everywhere with this dark brown. I feel like this leaf here looks a little wonky, but it is what it is. I'm gonna add some dark brown over here on this curve. Okay. I'm gonna add some more over here. This will really just help make this light petal pop. If I add a dark brown here to this area. Well, thank you, Liz. She says, so beautiful, Allison. Thank you. Yeah, we're almost done, guys. I hope your magnolias are turning out all right. Alright, so yeah, I'm just looking at my branch now, trying to see if I want to add this dark brown anywhere else. I think I might add a little bit here. Maybe over here. Kind of trying to darken these shadows a little bit. It's good with your paintings to have the darkest darks and the lightest lights to have a variation of value in your in your painting, not to just have what I like to call like gray colors. You want some of like really dark colors and then some really light or white. Okay, I think that's good. So yeah, we're like an hour and a half in. Trying to see what else we can do, or if we should just be done. Okay, let me look at the reference photo. Let's see. I feel like I could add a little bit more to the petals, like maybe another kind of pink color. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, sorry, I'm just trying to think here. I think I might add some glazes of this pink from the Pastel Dreams pan set. This is a crimson color. So I'm going to take my size 4 brush, grab some of this pink. I'll just add it here where I have that quinacridone magenta mixture. Then I'm going to add water to this. I'm going to have my blending brush ready. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this pink in some areas, not everywhere. So I just kind of dabbed it on, blended it a little bit. Okay, this will just give our petals a little bit more. When you have more than one tone of a color. Okay. Yeah, I really like this. I feel like this pink is adding more to them. Okay, I'm gonna take some more of that pink. All right. How are your guys' magnolias turning out? Hannah says, this is my favorite part, adding the details and watching it come to life. I know, right? This is my favorite part too. Like adding the final details. It's so fun. I feel like I'm adding more of this pink than I was planning, but I like it. Okay. Almost there. Adding a little bit more pink. Sometimes you just have to let your artist self just like take over. Not think too much. Just let yourself take over. Okay. I'm glad I'm adding this pink. I feel like it's really adding more to these flowers. All right. I feel like I'm there. I say that and then I keep adding more and more. I think I can add a little bit to this outer edge. Okay. I think that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm really happy with these. I think that's good. I feel like, I could definitely spend more time on this, but for the sake of this live tutorial, I probably should stop, because usually after an hour and a half, I just start to get really tired. I'm not used to painting an hour and a half without taking a break. So I'll give you guys a close-up of this. Yeah, I love it. I really like it. All right, let me say a proper goodbye to you. I would love to see your magnolias. So when you finish them, if you post it to Instagram, use the hashtag Allison Lane Art Tutorial and tag me so I can see it. I would love to see yours. And if you use that hashtag, you might have a chance to be featured in my next live watercolor tutorial next month. And yeah, I love this light blue background among these pink flowers. I feel like it really gives it more than if I didn't have a light blue background. Sun Moon, hey, says, I love the light turquoise wash. Oh yeah, I was just talking about that. And she says, your voice is so relaxing. Thank you. Michelle says, thank you, Allison, for the tutorial. The magnolias are stunning. You're welcome. Cassie says, beautiful. I can't wait to paint this. Well, I can't wait to see yours. Luann says, I think I'm going to send my painting to my 100-year-old neighbor that moved into a nursing home. She had a beautiful magnolia tree in her front yard. This has been a fun painting. Thanks, Allison. That is so sweet of you. That would be a great gift. You're welcome. Yay. All right, guys. This was fun. Again, I would love to see your magnolia, so use the hashtag Allison Lane Art Tutorial on Instagram if you post yours. And I will probably see you again next week here on YouTube. I'm trying to think the video I have. Oh, I'm coming out with a video next Thursday on my 25 best and easy watercolor tips. It's going to be a good video. I'm really excited about that one. So hopefully I'll see you for that video. And yeah, feel free to explore more on my channel. I have more flower tutorials, so I linked those below in the description for you if you wanted to paint more flowers. And yeah, all right. Oh, and I do have a free watercolor class, and I have watercolor challenges if you wanted to check those out, linked down below. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again soon in a future video. Bye guys. Take care. Appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Keep on creating. Bye guys.